For example, the shortest history of Yoruba people in Nigeria, the one that many of us lived, and we can tell you, undiluted, is that right in 24 years of democracy in Nigeria. Are you with me? Our own fair share of Nigeria is that we are part of the poverty capital of the world. We are part of the most impoverished people of the world. We are part of the country, right, where the most terrorized people in the entire Africa live. We are also part of a contraption where the most corrupt human beings, heartless and cold-hearted humans, exist and reigns. Now, it's because we are part of Nigeria. 24 years, ladies and gentlemen. 24 years. So, you have nobody to blame. You should never have anybody to blame. Don't join them in pointing fingers. We should blame ourselves for what we have believed, for what we believe now, or for what we're trying to believe as well in the name of Nigeria. Now, think about that. Now, you have all these resources. You are living, you are supposed to be princes and princesses. That's what that's what I thought we are. Is that not who we are? Princes and princesses, freeborn, right? Now look at us. We can't even form a sort of a voice, but we can. Yes, we can. And how? It all starts from you taking back the resources of the land and honing them. Yes, hone them. Do what you like with them, right? And when you want, when organizations that are promoting the peaceful referendum for the people of Yoruba land with the real message, when they have the real resources, if you have real resources, right, you'll be able to put together a real army. And when you put together a real army, nobody, listen to me, nobody will take care. Nobody will take you lightly. They would not look away. When you have the resources, you'll be able to put together an army. And when I say army, I'm not just talking about the army with the guns only. I'm talking about the army of Yoruba nationalists, the real and true Yoruba sons and daughters who genuinely want the best for the Yoruba land. And we are talking about the political independence sovereign nation called Yoruba nation. And that is only possible if you have the control of the resources of the land. For now, we don't. Then we must be strategic as well. I have thrown this, call it a dog whistle, okay? It's called dog whistle. Dog whistle is to say, oh, I never thought about that. I could just go on there and just buy this 2,000 acres of land that my village and my villager are trying to sell so cheap. I could get it from them because I know there's so much we could get from it. And when the fight reach the zenith, yeah, there is 100% chance that the owners, the indigenous people of Yoruba land, they will go back to own their land and the resources under the land. And they will then use their resources for the betterment, for the growth, the development of the Yoruba land and the Yoruba people as a nation. And that is not in any way going to then make you the enemies of others. I've told you this before. Now, I don't have money. I'm not a rich guy. I wish I am. If I win lottery tomorrow, I'll go back to some part of Odogbolu, and I'll go and buy back some of my family lands that some land grabbers sold off. I told you this before. Thousands of my own family lands were sold off by land grabbers. Me, the surviving home base great grandson of the man who owned those land. My own grandpa is Safiriyu Orekoya. So his own father is Yunusa. His own father was Yunusa Orekoya. my own grandfather was Safiri or Rekoya. Sure you get. Now, in Papa, me that survived my own grandfather as the first grandson, which happened to be the first son he had before he died. Well, right? I have no access. I had no access to any document of land. I saw some documents. I checked them and they didn't make any sense to me. Until when I started checking and they were like, oh, ma, what is tabu boko? Talonta. I want to tell a load of boluni. Sure you get. They are selling land for 15,000 naira per plot because it's not their land. Most of the children of the owners of those lands, or those baba, I grew up in Odogbolu, right, in Ijebu. I grew up among old people. I'm talking about old, real old people. People will be say, go, you go look at them, they go look like a skeleton, like, skeleton that's still talking. 90 years old, 100 years old, 110 years old men, women. They call me Ajoko Tagba, Majukwe Ronishe. If you are from Ijebu, you know what that means. That's the name you give to a child that all the old men, all the old people kind of pamper. They pamper me, they push me here and there. They don't send me errands. So I survived my own great-grandfather. My grandfather, I had no document to any land. I was still in Odogbolu when they were selling all those lands. Yes, I was there. When I was growing up, they would be telling me story about Oko Egon, Oko Eken, Oko, okay, this, okay, that. And all those Oko that my great-grandmother was telling me about, they were their lands. Hundreds of thousands of acres of, well, not maybe hundreds of thousands of acres, but I mean, thousands of acres of land if you combine them. Around that Odogbolu. But I don't get document, I don't get anything. Land grabbers, they created fake documents. And they started selling those lands to those who said they want to use them for farming. And they bought, oh dear, you won't believe it. As big as Odogbolu is, as big as our farms are, right, in Odogbolu. Now, one family get like 2/3 of the entire lands in Odogbolu. The only place most of us have in Odogbolu right now, the land they built our family houses on. You are watching me, right? If you are from Odogbolu, you can go and check. Oh, I'm telling you this, so you know I'm from there. They've sold the lands to people they say want to make farm, do this or that. Very, very cheap. 15,000, 10,000 per plot, and all of that. So if I win lottery tomorrow, for example, if I win like 100 million pounds, 1 million pounds sterling in Nigeria is going to be about 1 billion naira. No. How much is that? I don't know. I think it's going to be like a 900 million naira or 1 billion naira. So all I have to do is just take 10 million pounds sterling and go back to Odogbolu and say, hey, I don't go bring one person will be historian. We know this place. Now we need them back. Because those are the assets that should ordinarily, when you talk about wealth redistribution, wealth creation, and the rest of them, right? Some of you still have access to this, your ancestral lands and them. What is that they call it? The one Omuale in your family, the one that is left in the village is selling the land for 50,000, 100,000 naira, is already driving a car, living a big. Meanwhile, most of what they are selling off are what those who are buying them are actually buying away from you, that you are likely never going to be able to buy back, even when you get Yoruba nation. Do you get that now? So I'm saying this to some of you who are really, 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 really kind of grounded. I know some of you are really grounded locally in your different communities. You are elders, you know about this and that, and you have all these resources. I am encouraging you. There are so much under those lands beyond what you want build on top of or what you want plant on top of. They are the future of Yoruba land. The ones they could steal and share in the name of Nigeria, they have shared them. They are not interested in developing any of those ones that could, impact us directly. So I'm saying this to you, for those of you who have that wealth. I don't. Okay. Again, for those who said to hell with restructuring, of course, it's not mistake.
Elon Musk is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring. Let's
To hell with restructuring. He's saying it. And as a terrorist, that is a terrorist sympathizer. You see, when we say these guys are criminals, I'm not saying them because of spite or I don't. It's because you don't like them. Everybody's a criminal too. He's a criminal. He's, and it breaks my heart that even when you know they are criminals, you still want to kind of double down and hope that they will do right. Now, listen to this. Oh, there's something that makes this guy a rogue, a criminal, and all he needs is just get access to somewhere he could do more, and is promising you that he's going to be in charge of your security, just same way when he was the governor of Borno State. Now look at this letter, right? This is a letter written to that terrorist sympathizer, shitty man, and fair enough, right? This was written by Unyesom Wike in 2014, right? Telling shitty man, we cannot guarantee the safety of the children who want to write the WAEC. Okay. So what we are doing is that we are trying to see if we can get an alternative location for them that is going to be for all of them in Borno State. We'll take them to the state capital. So we are working on that. Okay. Please, we want you to keep all schools closed. The security intel we received, right, is that the Boko Haram terrorists are trying to stage a mass a mass kidnapping of school children. That's what is in this letter. Okay. Sorry if it is not so clear on your screen. Okay. And that's what's in that letter. It was written to Shitima in 2014. It was the governor of Borno State. Please keep the school shut, okay? We can't guarantee the safety of these children. Don't let them go to school, okay? We'll get them to sit for the exam at this state capital. Shitty man, wrote back. He wrote Wike. Wike was commissioner for, I'm sorry, minister for education, minister of state for education back then. Shitty man wrote back and said, well, they have shut the schools because of the security warning, and they will wait for further directives. But that's not what he did. The schools were already shut. What they heard was that Shittiman was planning to open one or two of them so that the terrorists could come in and pack the children away. So that was what the report they had in Abuja. So they now wrote to him personally that please don't open the schools, okay? We don't have any security for these children, which he agreed. Immediately after he sent that to Wirewike, he wrote another letter and he sent that letter to the school principal of Chibok school and said, I need you to tell the children to return back to school and they should remain in the dormitory like hostel. So they shouldn't be going back home for the exam. Let them stay in the hostel. You know what I mean? Maybe they now told the hostel matron. I'm telling you true life story. Oh. This is not a makeup story. Oh. That's what happened though. Maybe they now told the matron that when you are bringing the children back, we know your own child. In fact, your own children, two of them, are also writing the WAEC exams. Tell them to stay at home. Don't bring them back to the. Don't. Those ones can start coming from home. Meanwhile, the matron herself lives in the same. The hostel. She was supposed to be in the hostel with the children. Abi, so she didn't bring her own children. And then 48 hours after the children they have not even sat for any exam. Oh. They just came back. All of them were coming back from their homes, traveling down, coming back from everywhere. 274 of them. They were started coming back and coming back. They loaded them into the Chibok school. And in the middle of the night, bah, 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 bo, bo, bah, bah, bo, bo. The terrorists are around. The terrorists just came to pack the girls from where Shitty Man deposited them. Because you know what happened? The terrorists came with their own trucks, Okada, and they were loading the children into the buses, loading them, those of them who ran into some buildings or some classrooms and all of them, for you to know that they took their time. The terrorists started going there to call them out. Come out, we are your teacher. Come out, I'm your master, hostel master calling you. Come out. Those who initially escaped the kidnapping, they came out more, and the terrorists marched them. Listen to this. Oh, this was happening. What do you call it? At night. Nobody placed a call to any security agents. There was no one with cell phone to notify that they are kidnapping school children here. It was so coordinated, right? That in order to give the terrorists time, because that was the first time terrorists will kidnap mass number of children successfully. In order to give the terrorists time to move the children, Shitima, breaking news. Breaking news. Boko Haram have kidnapped school children in Chibok. Hundreds of school children have been kidnapped. Hey, that is the following morning. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the initial gra. Hey, they have found them. PDP. Good luck, Igbere Jolanta. That was the first misfire of Jonathan and the beginning of his own end, orchestrated by this shitty man that is going to be your next vice president. Boko Haram apologist. You know what they did? 4 o'clock, Chibok time, Shitima and his own commissioner, they released the press statement. They said, and the police IG of that time, breaking news, all of the kidnapped Chibok girls have been rescued. You might have forgotten. I don't forget. That's why they call me Mayegun's diary. Open this diary. Everything I am telling you right now, you go find them there. They released the breaking news. They have rescued them. Oh, thank God, they have rescued all the Chibok girls, so nobody was kidnapped. Thank God, Nashitima released the news. So that good luck Egbere Jolantan, to save face, will not quickly send helicopters, fighter jets, military, everybody may they go, they look for the Chibok girls. So because of that, the whole thing just simmer down. They come, they say, they don't see them. They never see them. Some of the girls who jumped out of the trucks, they loaded them in when they were loading them into the bush, right? Some of them walked back. And they started saying, oh, we have rescued 4 people. We have rescued 4 girls. Oh, they have rescued 10 girls. Oh, they have rescued 3 girls. They shall put all, meanwhile, all of those chaos, they were deliberate. Number one, it's the first time. Many people were shocked. Like, what? How is that even possible? You are going to need like a 200 you are going to need like a 20 buses to load all these children successfully. That means you are going to need like about 40 buses to load the terrorists and load the children. And to now move 40 buses loaded with over 300 people undetected, that's impossible. So people were like so confused. No, this is not possible. This is not, in Abuja, as usual, they wanted to give a better picture like, they are in charge, they are in control. Shitty man and his own people and the Boko Haram terrorists, they were moving the children from one place to another, one place to another, one place to another. You won't believe it. It was until a week later, that they finally agreed that it is true. 270 school children have been kidnapped. And that is why so many of you till today, you 100% believe that it was staged. No school children were kidnapped. You know one thing? You were right. It was staged. But that's how crude and heartless these criminals are, by using the lives of school children for their political gain. Because it was actually the kidnapping of Chibok girls. We didn't know that it was the catalyst. It was the beginning of an end. It was the beginning of what you are experiencing in Nigeria today. It was the starting point, but nobody suspected that it was actually targeted at power grab, power takeover, so that you can end up in Nigeria you are living in today. They were moving the girls from one commission and from one politician house to another in the middle of the night, and they were looking for the girls. Meanwhile, they are not looking for them. Are you with me? In one of the testimonies of the Chibok girls who came back, they said at some point some of them died because Nigerian Air Force bombed the location they kept them. So because of this, they were moving them from one place to another in the middle of the night. The agents and the government workers, the agents of the government of Borno State under shitty man. That is the truth. So they played with the lives of school children, and they continue to play with the lives of more people, because upon the kidnapping of Chibok girls, which they kept in Borno, Maiduguri state capital, from what we heard, in a more like a bunker, until, according to some of them, until it became unsafe to keep them in the house of politicians where they kept them for years. So they moved them into the forests, into the hands of the Boko Haram terrorists. They married some of them off. Some of them died. That was because of this shitty man talking about restructuring. Restructuring my put. Restructuring my put. That's why I'm saying that when you pick this rope of your one Nigeria, Mokuna, understand the rope you are putting around your neck. But there is something you can do. You can break it up to save lives. That's not hard, is it? Well, it can be. It's not as simple as I said it, but it starts from here. I'm going to take calls, okay? Maybe one or two, just to hear from you. I heard that a bag of rice is now 50,000 naira. You get some for 53,000 naira. These are supposed to be local rice in Nigeria. Emiya lo, emiya jẹ o, ẹ máa rówó fi rà o. Ṣé you get? Tẹ́mi yín bá fẹ́ bọ́ sí, now go voice out. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea. When I get back, I'll take calls, okay? And I'll call it a night. Don't go anywhere. Like the broadcast if you haven't. Bless you. Anyway, thank you very much for that. So I haven't taken your bag of rice off yet, okay? So I don't know how much you're going to have to buy it before December, but I hope you are bracing up, eh? I hope. And hopefully they will share some to you, for you, as usual, before December. I have my first caller. And I got your message, by the way. Hang on for me, please, 1 second. I got your message. My 75 pounds voucher, wine voucher winner. Sir, I just got your message there. You said you are waiting for the delivery. And that will be something, to give a family treat. I love that. Enjoy it, okay? I have a caller. Hello there.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Mr. Michael?
Yes, sir. How are you? Sir, I can hear you loud and clear. If you are still there. Ew, I don't know. Sorry, I think that should be a network issue. If you can try that back. Oh, is it there?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Hello?
Beautiful. Sorry, I lost you there for a moment. So you are live. Everybody can hear you too. Now that's Niger, right? And we can say is the Niger network, or if I'm wrong, please try back if you can. The network is really, really bad over there. I wouldn't say it's mine until somebody else tries, and it's an issue. So I got something from Akure. Somebody said that she Ashiwaju Akereni, that Pastor Ruga pretended that he wasn't there at Akere Dolu's mom's burial in Owo.
Leader and father, Baba Bisi Akonde, who is also present. Deputy governors present, especially His Excellency Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Honorable Lucky Aye Datiwa, and his dear wife, Mrs. Sheung Aye Datiwa. Honorable ministers present, especially the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, Mr. Sunday Dare. Honorable Justice of the Supreme Court, Honorable Justice Ogunwumiju, Honorable Justice Helen Ogunwumiju, members of the Ondo State House of Assembly present, members of the Ondo State Executive Council present, our host, our dear host, the presiding bishop of the Owo Diocese, the Right Reverend Stephen Ayodeji Fagbemi, and other ministers of the gospel present, traditional rulers present, especially His Royal Majesty the Olowo of Owo, captains of industry, members and friends of the Akeredolu family, distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by saying that today is a day of great joy, which is why I started by singing a song that we must today lift up the name of Jesus. Because at the end of the day, we have reached a point where we must celebrate one of the most important legacies that we can possibly have, a legacy in Christ. Before I go on, I have made a very big error. I have left out the presidential candidate of our great party, the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Emilio Khan. Asiwaju, I'm extremely sorry. You're sitting right, not just sitting right next to
Oh my, now, which level now? Shasiwaju Akere ni. Talumbubu, Yemi ko nice. I think that's what somebody said. Oh, Yemi, come on, come off it. You know what you are doing. Shasiwaju Akere ni. In that gathering, I mean, it was intentional, but it could be an honest, an innocent omission. But they no put a name there at all. Like I say, a name no did the script. That's why he didn't mention him. But he quickly reverted back to say, sorry, Jare Ashiwaju, that I just omitted you there. It's like, they there. Well, I mean, that's what I picked from that, okay? So again, the line is opened, okay? Let me see if the connection issue is from my side or not. And I hope it's not, okay? So you can keep trying if you want to be part of it tonight. Yomitotu, thank you. I saw some other super chat earlier, but I was so deep in that conversation that I'm sorry I couldn't acknowledge them, okay? But thank you. Anyways, okay. Thank you very much. Now, the number to call is on the screen, which means that if you want to be part of it, you can do that. While at the same time, I have something to share with you. Because you see, Kolu says something, right? Give me a sec. I think I have a caller already. So maybe the line is working. Oh, I think the line is working.
Why
Hi there.
at the same time, I have
Do you mind muting that broadcast or moving away from it? Can you do that, please? I can hear myself. You see, this person is not listening to me. So I'll take another one, okay? So please move away from the broadcast if you can, so that we can hear ourselves clearly. Is that all right? Hello there.
Hello, my ego.
Baba. Alpha.
My ego alone. You know me do pé mo gẹ̀ẹ́sẹ̀.
Wow, yeah.
My ego, this Sunday sermon today, no, but me, the show, we need to circulate that thing. It has to go round. It has to spread. You don't know what you do. You can't talk and you come on.
I just had to, sometimes you don't hold it too much. Sometimes they will say you talk too much. But, I mean, if you can't hold it for too long, I mean, just have to, Baba. I'm glad you listened. You watched it.
Mayegun, àwọn èèyàn wá ti dó sáà, àwọn religious leaders. They don't think anymore. We are waiting for the big God that they normally fight for. Come and help them fight for their leaders, fight their leaders. But meanwhile, they are about blaspheming to Allah.
Let's justify, yeah. Why did you offend them? You shouldn't have said that. Now, waiting you said made them kill. You say, which kind of barbarity is that? Which kind of hypocrisy, Baba? You know what's in there? Now the hypocrisy, the hypocrisy gone. Now that one the most. Sure you get. Because which hypocrisy could make somebody we know say, Baba, if they talk say, what you drug runner, Nisha, no matter how much you love me, you won't come to public and start saying something like and so like people will begin to look at you and say, I'm on which level now, Baba? Even if you like the guy, even if you like the guy.
Mayegun jọ, kí pásítọ̀ mi máa gbọ́ àtàwọn ọmọ ìjọ tí mo fi náà ṣèkù. Kọ́ bá pè mí mọ́. Ẹ má pè mí mọ́ mi ìmọ̀ yìí irọ́ ní gbogbo ẹ̀
bóbò ni.
Jésù zóbò ní gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣàfihàn tó sì rò ó sọ̀rọ̀. Irọ́ àní wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ní donígbèsè lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kí n tó sá kúrò. Because I'm making London. I was thinking
ó dàbí pé salmon yẹn hit àwọn raw area kan inside you. Wey be say you dey tell yourself that truth like I don form ogun sha. Or wetin happen?
I don èmi náà ṣe bọ́ọ̀lù kẹrọ. Àwọn máa lọ church kiri every Sunday. Àwọn ìdáwó atúnyẹ̀wò olówó ẹ̀sìn dá business sílẹ̀. Àwọn ìpàwọ̀ àwọn pé ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa sún padà díẹ̀. Àwọn ìgbé almost sọ́ọ̀bù àgbẹjọ́ 50 million lọ́jọ́ ìlú máa.
In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, Abi.
Wọ́n tún fi mí joyè, wọ́n ní èmi ni mẹ́tìdà. Àṣé wọ́n set me up nípa. Eventually now, where I go, I just look back. Mo kàn ń gbogbo ẹni. Tó bá dé church lọ́jọ́ Sunday, inspire people pé ẹwà problem gbogbo àdúrà tẹ̀ ń gbà ti pọ̀ jù. Àwọn tó ń kọ̀ ọ̀sẹ̀ ló wà lábùjá ẹ̀sẹ̀. Àwọn oníṣẹ́ orí burúkú tẹ bóòtù ní káwà.
Gbogbo prayer point ní tẹ̀ ń kó wá síwájú Ọlọ́run ìrédèrèdè yìí. Àwọn tó kọ̀ sí ẹ̀rẹ́ kò ń ṣe irú nǹkan tẹ́ yẹ kẹ́ kó wá síwájú Ọlọ́run lélẹ̀ yìí. If somebody can say that to them every Sunday, maybe they will leave that church and be like, I need to change my life. Or no, they will tell them to pray.
Front row, no man, some politicians.
Front row.
Front row. Come back to altar for, or an altar for, come back to. If you want to give your life to Jesus, politicians don't judge you. Any man working on back from one, our ilé tó ti gbówó tó ti dá tó ti pààyàn tó ti ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n give life wọn ni. Ó ṣe pé na few poor people wey dey back go run come outside say,
God save our life, oh Ọlọ́run save my life from poverty, oh. Na bobo baba.
After service tó mọ tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀, politician máa wá yọ ẹ́ńdínlò, á yọ kọ́kọ́rọ́ mọ́tò, á gbé fún ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Ìyá wa ni kúlẹ̀ ọmọ mi jẹ́ gbàdúrà fún ẹ̀gẹ́.
Wọ́n tí ní kí gbogbo yín dìde ní church kẹ́nọ̀ká sí that governor and pray that God will direct you, Holy Spirit, as we are pointing to this our minister. Let go before him, go after him. Baba, God. That's what I said. Baba, I said it in that broadcast. I said most of them who have been calling God to do something to Mayegun this or that, you are hypocrite, because if we reach heaven, you go see say they go give me VIP. They will come and show me you where they lie to yourself, defending criminals and going to church every Sunday to say thank you God. God forgive our sin. You still say God na man?
Well, Sherry, if there's any God, Toba wa. If God do, because I like the way you dey talk am, because it's not if you reach heaven, if heaven dey, it's not am. But if heaven dey, because gbogbo tó ti tà fún wa láti jọjọ́ ẹ̀. Kò sí ètò àjọ mọ́ Mayegun. It's not adding.
That is why it is called religion. See, religion, Baba, you know what's in there? Religion is not bad, right? It is your relationship. For those who are like spiritual people, right? Is your it could be anything. You could be Muslim, you could be Christian. If you follow all the doctrines, right, it should be your connection to your own creator, your own what do you call it? This supernatural being that is in a way guiding you, helping. Depends on your faith. Sure, you get. Now, when we talk about politics and public administration, Baba Emak Bejesu wonu ekefi Muhammad Ilembi to wa. Àwọn tó ń ṣe léyìí, they don't believe in any of them. No, they bobo anybody. These ones are crook. No, can they use religion? They tell us they will calm down. God knows best. To buttress
your point, people drop. My God, listen. China, God mélòó ló ń pè. Ìgbà kan náà ban gbogbo nonsense ní China. Wọ́n yá wa lówó dọ́là. Dọ́là wọ́n sì yá wa lówó. Islam, well, with respect to Ahmed, Bazimu, so sure.
Yeah.
It is Arabization. It's Arab trying to preach their own gospel to the whole world.
Yes, their way of like according to them.
European doctrine trying to indoctrinate the whole world with European culture.
Yes.
And the truth of the matter is that we Africans, we are not part of that, man. We're not part of that shit.
It's like a competition.
We need to evolve. Ó yẹ káwọn èèyàn máa fi ipá kan ní yantinsin nìkan ní pé wọ́n jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn náà
tó fi ṣe bójúbójú tó wà so happy gan. If you go to Cuba, if you go to even some part of, I mean, what do I mean by some part of, in Brazil, they are proud.
Our religion, sorry, what to do. We don't know our left from our right. We don't know when to face the government and revolt and resist the government. We became so docile. Our slave, Nilua. You go there, Nigeria, you go there, say you be slave.
Baba, how's they born for this side? I don't know if you have seen that video before. The other house they born. People they here, they rush out of their church. They can't tell Holy Ghost fire to keep that fire there. They know reach our church, and they were so happy. And you know what? People say this one are nonsense. Nigerians were saying that shut up your mouth. Do you know the prayer, the spirit that is preventing that fire like that? I say, see what it come to say. Baba, make her take another call, eh?
Oh no, why man? Anyway, I don't know if God do. I'm not saying no be Nigerian God. Now
We
be
shouldn't
the authentic
blaspheme
God.
because
Now
of
one
them.
thing
We
I
just
know
don't want
that.
Nigerian God, which is fake. Okay?
It's
Nigerian God
fake. It's
punishes
fake.
people you don't like. For example, right?
It's
If you they
true.
support Obi, right? And I say something where you don't like about Obi, your Nigerian God, you can tell your Nigerian God to deal with me. And you believe that it's going to deal with me. Sure you get. So Nigerian God deals with people you don't like. And that is why there is no God left to handle their situation. Unfortunately, Otosen, make I take another one. I get one thing I want to change
God
quickly.
bless you. My God
Baba,
bless you so
and
much.
you
My
too.
regards to the family, man.
And yours too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for stopping by to say. I have another
Yeah.
Oh, I think I lost my caller. Oh dear. Well, it will be back. So I need to change something quickly. And then I'm going to take another call. You can dance if you like, just shortly.
Some people think say you dey do juju. If this is a joke, they will never go free.
Think I have a caller. Are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here with you, sir.
Sorry for keeping you waiting. Oh yeah, kò ní bàjẹ́. Tá mo bá sọ̀rọ̀.
Kenny ló gbọ́ láti Moscow.
Did you say Kenny?
Láti Moscow.
Did you say Kenny?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ láti
Moscow. Ó ti pẹ́ gan bàbá. Alpha dà báwo ni Russia?
Àgbọ̀ last month bẹ́ẹ̀ dáre last month.
Because usually I know that way you're péré ni mo ní ní Moscow. The other person,
Èmi náà
ni. Ṣùgbọ́n mi ò lè rántí ọdún tí mo gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ last. But for yours, you always remind me that mo láwọn èèyàn ní Moscow. How you been, Asake?
Èmi ò gé láì gbọ́ Báyégún. Tí bá ti gbọ́ Báyégún ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi ò ní flow.
Abẹ́rẹ́ ikọ̀, I need, Baba, see, ní alẹ́ ìjẹta, yeah, 2 nights ago, I mean, feel like, ọmọ ara mi ò fẹ́ yá ṣá. Ọmọ máa ní láti rest. Right? When I wake up tomorrow, I should be fine. Right? Then I woke up yesterday. Baba, am I go? I woke up yesterday, right? And then to feel good. No, but not that I'm more sick, more fall down, right? But I just feel unwell, right? Or more, believe it. More go live, not because mo fair rest. Believe that way, I'll be more to Jila Roy. Me feel well, no. I'm going to turn on the camera and you won't believe it, oh. If feel that well, or you can tell that Kwemo feel better than you saw me today, if you have seen me today. So,
Yeah.
Let's say, man, so we just need to keep it up.
Say
you get?
Sickness is we need that truth to heal us.
Yenipe Mayegun, inject me with that truth too. Maje miss here. Yeah? Addicted to truth.
Mayegun, for instance, bó ṣe bá wọ sọ̀rọ̀ ní alẹ́ báyìí. Ara ti wọ yá number 1. Ara wa tó tún bá wọ̀ ara wa tún yá nítorí àti take the drug yẹn. That is the drug we need to take. The drug yẹn go ní Nàìjíríà náà need kí ni ẹ̀ tó lè sùn. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yóò lè sùn tí ò bá tí ì yóò tán yẹn because there is no nation you can build on a rocky foundation and it will stand. Only stand now.
No, it's impossible.
Mayegun, mo ṣe gbọ́ arise debate ṣòwò àbí táwọn mi ti ṣòwò rẹ̀ àgbẹ̀rẹ̀.
I can't wait. So, Emi got in road day, but good enough. Thank you, Baba, for mentioning it. Ma fún yín update lórí ẹ̀ lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Go on.
Only point kan tí wọ́n sọ tí ó tọ́ṣì ni. They made a point. One, how can we unite Nigeria? One,
Number one, Mojo. How can they unite Nigeria? Number one. Number two, what is the problem of Nigeria? Which is the constitution.
Yes.
That is very fraudulent. And one of them, this man was maybe Adebayo, the guy Adebayo, you know him now.
You know him. Yeah.
Adebayo was now telling that in America.
Where is he running on? But go on, Baba.
He said in America they have a fraudulent constitution before that is not for the people. Later they begin to amend and this and that. I said, yes. This guy is speaking rubbish. With this point, I'm not okay with it. Because when something is faulty, sir, even the Bible says, Bible I'm not a religious
fellow. Somehow. You know, when we're growing, they will say, "Are you a Christian or a Muslim?" You say, "Well, I'm a Christian," because you don't really have any religion, but you know that you've been to church, right? Or you were raised to be a Christian, right? But you don't want to do it yourself. But even I say lately, I don't bring many of you to come out and confess it and say, I respect God. I was raised to know that there is God, but I don't have any religion. I don't believe in them anymore. It seems you and I get something in common. It's okay.
Your last caller, you said they have been duping of religion. Even me, I'm part of those people that was duped with religion. I was a Sunday school teacher too.
Wow.
To me, they dupe us with religion. Religion is a scam too. Another scam that they used to come and do us in Africa. So what am I saying? The constitution needs to be changed completely.
Totally.
And look this question.
With everybody's
lawyer, that man, you know him now. The kind of lawyer was one that asked that question: that how can they change this fraudulent constitution that is killing us? He even said it to the extent that he said, even our relationship, our marriage, is being controlled by the federal government of Nigeria. How are we going to escape this rotten system that is completely collapsed? And the only way we can escape it is through Mayebu's truth.
Yes.
The nation needs truth. Until we build on that truth, bring a new constitution, or we break it up. All I was just saying throughout is break it up and save lives, like Mayebu used to say. Let us break it up and save lives. Mayebu, without that, I'm going
to everybody will collect in one share if we continue to pretend.
I'm because the country is completely sick.
Anybody else saw restructuring? Don't paro restructuring one Nigeria fún irọ́ ló ń pa because lórí irọ́ ni restructuring o. True restructuring ó máa pín Nigeria ni wọn ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ kó pín. Ẹ má tanra yín o.
Sir, Mayebu, you know this truth. Yes. You know this truth.
Yes.
Kelly, those people that call themselves, let me say from age 60 and above, that call themselves politicians, they are the ones that are not ever willing to change the nation that Nigeria is built to.
Yes.
They are never willing because they are the ones that have benefited bigly in that fraudulent constitution, in that fraudulent system. So they are not winning. I want you ready. And I don't know. My own mobile, I don't know. But what you be more job. What are the economy? They have built many of them. This was the system. So they are ready to transfer power to another. Including fucking Obi. Including the fucking Obi.
100% I'm with you, Sake.
Including, and I think Daddy won't comment. Orúkọ tó máa ń pè wọ́n ní Tinubu, Atiku and Obidio. Èèyàn ló wọlé kú kó kú. Èèyàn ló wá fẹ́ kú. Báyìí bó ṣe ní pé kéèmí náà máa bóòsì lójoojúmọ́. Tí gbogbo òótọ́ ìyá fi yé gbogbo wa lórílẹ̀-èdè yẹn tá a máa fi gbá wa là. We need it.
We do.
Mayebu, God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
Keep it up.
Oh yeah, bless you. Any man say, Thank you very much. Sake, or that with Chelsea, this Sake. So I want to Abramovic in here. If you are Abramovic, I be Ibrahimo, I don't know. Abra or Ibra. Ibra is the footballer, Abi. Ibrahim, Abra is the club owner. I don't know. So thank you so much for that. The line is still open for everyone who wants to be part of this conversation tonight. Here we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there. Can you hear me, Baba?
Yes, I can hear you, Baba.
Right. I can hear you too, even though it's a little bit quiet, but I'll manage. Go on.
Baba, how are you, Baba? How are you? How are you? How are you? You are loved tonight. Tonight, so episode, tonight, topic, everything about tonight, you know. Because as usual, Manigu, anyway, before I carry on, I'm up on the Balogun, Ujo Pashekere Made, Loyoli, Afi Balogun, no sort.
Check Ade Balogun, they can fit in. I think Balogun.
No, Balogun, Afi Balogun.
Afiz Balogun, yeah?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
So now, like I said, Baba, like I said, you have hit a lot of nail on the head tonight. And you know me, when you do so, I like to call it and I like to add my opinion.
Yes.
Because Baba, things are serious. Things are so serious that we have slacked and let things go bad, really, really bad, to the extent that we don't know the magnitude of how bad it is to the Yoruba, because we are the kind of a tribe that are so accommodating. You understand? And at the same time, ferocious.
Yes.
You understand? Very highly ferocious, because go and look at history. Do you understand? So now, like I said again, you have hit a lot. Because when you are mentioning Odobolu, me, I was born in Lagos.
Oh, bless
like I said, I'm a Balogun to Atiba, Baba.
Kábíyèsí.
Baba mi bíbẹ̀ láti àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa ṣe.
Ṣé Sáàkì la máa sọ ni, because mo kàn ń lo kábíyèsí yẹn, ó dàbí mo ń lo loosely. Sáàkì o.
Bàbá mọ̀kàn tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ṣé wàá tó àmọ̀kàn tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀?
Ọmọ Balógun.
Amọ̀lẹ̀.
Yes, amọ̀lẹ̀ wa dáadáa náà, kò yẹ kó news many of us bá tiẹ̀ sí nílé láti jọ. We grew up there.
Tó fọ́nì ni pé ìdílé ìyá mi tó wájọ́ ọmọ aládé.
Wow.
Ọmọ òwú ìyá mi. Ṣùtì yín nísìn. Èjìó ló kó wa. Èjìó ló kó ìyá mi, àwọn olè ìyá mi wá. Gbogbo mi ní arígbájú nǹkan kan. Ṣùtì yín nísìn. Now, àwa tí lọ school àti wá lọ school ní kí ló ń pè OU yín, mo lọ ṣe diploma ń bẹ̀.
Right.
So now, and also, I also have friends that are from Ìjẹ̀bú, kí ló ń pè Modimosan.
Ìmọ̀sán, bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
I'm telling you, these are not barren lands. We are rich in land, and we are blessed.
Yes.
Not anybody can take it away from us. They are trying, they are just going to try. They are going to fail. It's not going to happen.
And that is why we also must be
we know our land.
Doing
we
too,
know
Baba.
We know our land.
Yes.
We know our land.
We do.
We know ourselves as well. And we are not stupid.
I like that.
The stupid ones have got into power and they are misusing it, mismanaging the resources we have, which is why we are in the state we are now.
I like that.
Like I said, Baba, you eat a lot. I have been catching up with you.
Thank you.
Do you understand? Because I have got tomorrow off work.
Oh, bless you.
And when I'm off like that, that is when I call in, because I don't have to go to bed. As you know, in this country,
thank you very much,
you have to go to bed very early.
I know. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Like I said,
go on.
We have been following you. So now, looking at Shetima as he is now, he thinks he's wise.
Yeah.
You've done such thing that you have done, and you want to come and become the president of the country. So you think you can sabotage your own people, put them in the state of anarchy, and want to still govern over them again. and continue to do the same that you have been doing since then, since 2014. You guys have been, that your Borno has been the hottest. That is where it all started from.
Yes.
Do you understand?
And he gave them power at the center. Now, he's likely going to make him the vice president of Nigeria and possibly potential president of Nigeria.
Baba,
isn't that a win-win, Baba? Even thinking about it, to see it, imagine, like, you know, the Boko Haram sponsor. Let me tell you a story quickly. Afis, a quick one, just to add to what you know. This guy, Shetima, right? He was working with Alimodu Sheriff, okay? And Alimodu Sheriff now had a guy that he wanted to make his successor. His name is something Gubio, okay? Now, that Gubio won the primaries of ANPP at the time, okay? And it was to be the governorship candidate, okay? But surprisingly, the guy just died, assassinated and killed, like the crisis in there here and there. And Shetima, from nowhere, they are still so surprised how he managed to beat some of those who were like potential, those who even ran to be candidate of the party at the time, yeah? So that's how he became the candidate. So when he became candidate, he was the one, Baba, he was the one who put in motion, right? This Boko Haram escalating, the Chibok, how they went to America, used that and then gained power at the center. And this time around, he's about to be rewarded as vice president of Nigeria.
Baba Enisuru, I want to add to your knowledge and acknowledge you, back you, and do everything to encourage everything you are doing.
God
now,
bless
let me
you.
tell you something. Go on. Because these people, they don't know what they are dealing with, and they think, like I said, they think we are stupid. We still are brilliant minds, brilliant people that will see things and add it together. Even from years, our thing born in 2014, our thing born before they. Our thing born before they. So everything's in diary. And when we hear things like that, we keep it somewhere in our brain and start joining all these things together. So now, let's not do 1 + 1 = 2. This guy wants to come and become your vice president. How did he manage to elevate himself to get to that position? Yeah, has he not gone and take that their terrorism and advance it and make a lot more money? They think we are stupid. You think we are stupid? You think they seriously think we are stupid?
That's what they think.
You see? So now he wants to be vice president, and we know we've got Kolu. Kolu is not going to be vice president.
If Kolu doesn't make it last long enough, you know what will happen. Meanwhile, the guy is already bragging. He will be in charge of security.
What kind of setback is that going to be for that country?
Well,
by year already, everything's kaput. Like I said tonight, Baba, you have hit a lot of names. Not tonight. We'll share your con a lot with this podcast.
Thanks, man.
A lot of stuff is going to happen.
It's
like
almost
that.
Time. Thank you so much.
Baba,
Make us take another one.
Thank you very much.
You are so welcome, and thanks so much for your time and for all the time support, by the way, because I can bet it. I have great guys in London that really love my ego. I mean, I've seen them. This is not like social media love. I'm talking about like I can't be like superstar when I go London. See everybody here. My ego. Hamed, how are you?
Baba, I do.
See how I take notes on you. It's so easy. As long as you guys are not changing your DP, it's gonna be easier for me. So good to have you. How are you?
When I don't see you online.
You see me 2 days ago. You know, Ahmed. Now my grandpa, that man, I don't even know how he got all these things from, right? Because most of the things he was telling me, I was feeling like, why is he telling me that, right? He said, number one, right? I should do everything, whatever I'm going to do in life, I should do them as if to say, today's my last day on earth. Like if I die today, what will people say about me? Do you get that? My old man, and I was just about maybe 14, 15, I don't know. He's told me a lot, by the way. You know, I used to refer to him a lot. I grew up with him, not with my dad. Okay. So he said, you know, like you know what, Ahmed? I'll keep that. That's gonna get me a little bit emotional there somehow. Surprisingly, I don't know. I just feel somehow. But go on, Ahmed. I'll let you speak.
Well, I don't really have much to say.
Do you actually move away from? By the way, did you move away from your phone? You are so far away, or is
I'm
on
far away.
speaker?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you, but it seems like you're so far away from it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think it's better.
Okay. Ibi tí mo wà, ó echo ni. So
I see.
jáde kúrò ní room.
But all that go better there, by yeah. Just sorry, manager.
Yeah.
Ahmed.
I just want to talk. Person wey call we, that person wey call we talk say no say the scam people because I don't motivate really. Only the person say àwọn ti dáwọ́ jọ ọ̀tẹ̀ fún ọ̀tẹ̀ fi òun joyè àti nǹkan kan.
Now,
Well,
Tosin. Ọ̀nà gbé ọmọ òsàárín ni. Kò sí vision talk in race Tosin. Ought to be joyè so that
Baba,
to make him more important, like he's an important person. 15 million
now,
wájú ọmọdé
it's an
owó ni.
important person.
They know they take am once. Now gradual. Go start from we need that is, you know.
Gbogbo wọn kàmá ní gbogbo wọn. Kàmá, all of them.
It's just sad. I mean, really got to take advantage of when you religion should be something that should be spiritual connection and stuff. You know, things that just takes you to a place. It's different place entirely from this world where you can find solace without having to use that to lord over anybody. But unfortunately, it's not so in Nigeria. Come see church here.
But no, you see, gbogbo wọn really wà nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀. If not, how can these people, they continue to prove to you people, in every way, they continue to prove to you people that they are not real. But because you guys are emotionally attached to them, you feel like if you're not attached to them, like maybe you are losing something. And you don't know that attaching that you attach yourself to them, that is when you are even losing. The moment you detach yourself from them, you'll be free from all this madness that is going on. But a lot of them, they don't want to.
They don't even want to try. They don't want to see what it looks like.
My ego, there are some things that have been seen, but even in 2023, you see all these things that they do, you go still continue to do.
I know.
All these things they talk with you, you go continue to do. Because some people, they are not ready. They are not ready completely. But maybe only because you know, say now when you say the terrorists that they follow people, they say enter your house, come carry you. You carry go where you don't know. Maybe
where you know one
something
go.
will change. Yes, but maybe something will change. But you know who as for Nigerians, even though somebody come, put them hit, they go still bust, find hole, bust, come
so now, you know, we said it on this program now. Let's say if you push them to the wall, instead of them to turn back and say, they say Nigerians go they think about how to make hole in that wall. They say if I can, they say as they beat them, they go to check the wall, say she wall is strong. If I knock my head, she might make a hole like I escape. They go to check and they go to take the beating.
You see, every day this is something that we are talking about. Why can't you people just sit down, reason for one? Forget this selfish interest that you people put first. That's one of those things that you people should sit down.
Shemi deserve better life. Nisha deserve better LA.
You know,
like just ask yourselves, you know.
You will see someone who is living in abject poverty, who has never gone out of that place. If they type something useless and you can't say, all of you in that Nigeria. Anyway, like you just make a comment and you talk about Nigeria, they will come for you.
And you start saying that are you not supposed to be praying for your country? Are you not supposed to? We know we have bad leaders, but only God can touch them. We need to pray and say,
we had the veterans every 11th of November, only Veterans Day in United States. So they honor the veterans, and
Yeah.
it's just a day, So they were doing like a plane show and stuff there in Dallas,
Yep.
in Texas. So some plane came and collided. Two planes collided in that show. You understand? So
I mean, that
that
happened in
was, I
Texas.
think,
Was it not in Texas? I was reading
yeah,
that earlier.
Dallas,
Yeah.
Dallas, yeah, Dallas,
That was
Dallas,
terrible.
Texas.
Yeah, Dallas,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That
when it
was
happened,
yeah.
someone came online. He said, if it is Nigeria, come up with just parachute that Nigerians couldn't fly. You will see Nigerians, they don't value their own. Now look at money.